Hey guys and gals, welcome back to Poor Man's Bushcraft. I know it has been a long time since I put out a video, and this video is going to be the same video as about 150,000 other people's videos on this channel, but maybe you can take something from mine and maybe get some insight to my thoughts on some of the stuff that I would bring with me. Following the 5 C's, the 10 C's, you know, that's all great. I prefer to call them the N's. I need this, I need that, and I need those. And that just to me, it makes a little more sense of what I need and not what people tell me I need or what rules I have to follow. I mean, we all know that each bag is going to be built differently. Even as close as somebody from Indiana to Ohio or Kentucky to Tennessee, terrain differences, temperature differences in winter and summer, those are all going to play a big part in what you carry in your pack and what pack you carry and what color you carry. In an earlier video, I said I was getting away from a lot of the military stuff, and I realized, you know, that with some help of comments that, you know, there's always a quick fix to getting rid of the camouflage and still being in that strength and durability of a military pack. Now that I've scrolled a little bit, a few things that I would consider carrying, or as I call needs to carry, first and foremost is shelter. And the tarp that's down here that everything's laid out on, that is my rain fly to my hammock, which is setting right there. That is the 5-Star Gear hammock. I haven't had a lot of time in that hammock, but I do know that it holds me comfortably. It's actually rated up to 3.5, something like that, 350 pounds maybe, give or take. It's a tough one, that's all I can say. Sure, you can find those on Amazon, or, you know, check out TruSpec slash 5-Star Gear. I'm not getting paid by them to do that, but, you know, just in case you wanted to know where they were at. Let's scoot the camera over here a little bit. Now, first and foremost, one of the things that I felt that I really needed for my bug out gear is a first aid kit. And what I ended up doing was actually building two. I've got an extensive kit, and then I've got this little kit right here that pretty much just, you know, will be on my belt or on my gear somewhere where it's easy to grab. You get thorns, you get cuts, you know, just those daily little bumps and boos and whatever you want to call them. So a couple of first aid kits, a big part of my needs. Second is water. Right there is the 5-quart canteen. Right there is the 5-quart canteen. Underneath that is a couple of regular canteens, and you know, I try to carry as much water on me comfortably without weighing myself down too much. Above that, if you can see it or not, is not a need. However, I would rather have it and not need it. There it is, the gas mask. I would rather have it and not need it, so that doesn't always get a place in my pack. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spin around here and try to get the middle part of this all in here. Top row, as you can see, I have a small axe. That is the Cold Steel, forgive me guys, I forgot the name of it. It's just one that I picked up, but that would alternate through my needs of having things, depending on my availability to carry it and or my availability to use it. If you are from the Midwest, you know that wooded areas are far and few between. sometimes in the central part of Indiana, going on, you know, a fair piece north, there's just a lot and lots of open fields, and very rarely do you come across wooded lots. And I would think in a scenario of people bugging out, about every wooded lot you come across you're probably going to find another group there, which you may or may not want to avoid. Below that is my that is the 1952 entrenching tool. I chose to carry that one because it has the pickaxe on the back of it. A little bit heavier than a standard E-tool, but durability wise I think that's going to survive. And then I have choice of 3 machetes, whether it's the military, the Kukri, or even just the republished Bear Grylls that's supposed to be safe now. So at any given time, 2 of those are needs, and if I went with a third, that would be a bonus. Moving down here, getting back to my water needs. I have a live straw, some off-brand. I have a couple off-brands and 3 or 4 live straws that are still in wraps, on standby. Carry emergency blankets, a wind-up radio. In the black case at the bottom here, I think my finger's on it. That is a magnifying glass. One of those little emergency card kits. Just some stuff that it doesn't weigh enough to throw me off. I can just stick it somewhere, and then if I need it, it's there later. I carry a small solar light. The orange thing right here that looks like a dog bone-ish right there is spoon and fork in my mess kit. All of that stuff right there, minus the mess kit goes in this bag right here, right next to it. I carry some Nomex gloves, flight gloves. They're easy to work in. They're not the toughest gloves, but they're comfortable. They add a little bit of warmth, and that's, you know, something that you need, something to protect your hands. I'm going to scoot over a little bit now, and here is my shelter area. When I say shelter area, I mean up here in the top of the screen you'll see a shelter half. Depending on how far I'm going, if I know I'm going close and I'm going to be in a group where I'll have a little bit of security or something, I'll go ahead and pack that extra weight, get to that group, and then I have a place to set up and call mine. On the go situations, I'll be using the hammock and the rainfly. I'll probably do a low setup, keep myself stealthy-ish. And then with that, in this Realtree bag, I carry a folding saw, some cordage, 550 cord, a Mora, a repair kit, and some little aluminum tent stakes that don't weigh much of nothing, and they're pretty tough. And then I carry some bigger cordage up here. Scooting on down to here, things that I figure I need, even in the summer. I carry silks and waffles. If you're not familiar what silks and waffles are, they are the military long underwear system, the thermal system, the silks being kind of a silky satiny material, and that'll be your base layer, and then the waffles go over that and add another layer. I carry a chamois, I carry a mosquito net for my head, and those, you know, get put in there. And then my main pack. My main pack also has the military sleep system in it down there in the bottom. Down there. Didn't want to drag that out. And as most of you can tell, that pack looks a little weird. That is an ACU pack that has been painted with the store brand Army Green. I see a lot of guys out dyeing them with apple dye. I don't have the setup for that, for boiling waters and big pots and, you know, tubs to put this stuff in to do that. So I stuffed it full of foam, filled it out, spray painted it, set it out in the sun, let it dry. I'm assuming that's going to add a little bit of water protection, weather protection to it, and it gets rid of that UPC, everybody hates me camouflage. Real quick, one other thing is compass. Right down here next, or between this kit and that kit, you can see in the black, that is my fire kit, and then this is my compass. Now, people are going to tell me, well, you ain't got food, and you ain't got this, and you ain't got that. My food rotates enough to where I don't put it in my pack, because the heat of where I keep my pack can get a little warm and get funky. So I'm hoping in the day that, well, I hope the day never comes, but in the day that I need to get out of Dodge, and most of the stuff will already be packed, and I'll be able to grab bladders, canteens, and then that food source that I was telling you about. Now, well, the food source that I'm talking about is those ration bars, and those food ration bars that taste kind of like vanilla sawdust. I have some of those put away, and I rotate those in and out through their age. And I also keep broke down MREs, usually the entrees, and a few of the accessory packs, to keep that size down, and those get rotated in and out. We use them for camping and stuff like that, so they're constantly always been eaten and rotated in and out. So just to have them setting in a pack, getting hot or cold, not my idea, but they're usually within grabbing reach, so I'm good there. I think I've covered about as much as at any one time I'm going to carry. And this is under the assumption that I'm going somewhere that has a setup for me that's already prepped out. And this is just going to be my get there bag. It's a heavy get there bag, but here in Indiana and some of Ohio, we have the luxury of a lot of flat ground. So we're not struggling as hard to get the 5 miles that, say, some guy in Arizona or North Carolina or Louisiana or Mississippi, all you poor people, ladies and gentlemen, that have to deal with the up and downs of the hills and stuff. I mean, I feel for you, and I understand lighter packs. But like a lot of people will say, you know, you have the advantage of hiding behind the hills, and we're in an open fields. So I can tend to carry a little bit more for a longer distance because I'm not trucking it uphill and downhill. So anyway, I'm rambling on. That was that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you took something out of it, and we'll see you guys on the next video.